Quindi posso fare riferimento alla chat di YouTube per chi vuole interagire? Ok. Hello everybody. This is Claudio Storri. Welcoming you here at the DJ Pro webinar. Claudia Storri is talking. I am the radio specialist at AxelTech. AxelTech is a large Italian firm working for TV and radio broadcasters, as you know, and having clients and distributors around the world. So a company based in Bologna, Italy, 50 people working there, serving thousands of radio stations and TV stations around the world. So please accept our warmest welcome from AxelTech, from Claudia Storri. I'm the radio specialist. I am the radio guy, the radio specialist at AxelTech. I have a background and a business in radio. So if you want to talk about radio and you want to make questions about radio, here we are. My preferred words are format, clocks, music, programming, and whatever. You can interact with us, with AxelTech, thanking to the chat on YouTube that you are following. So please make your questions. You can interact, you can make questions, and we will try to give you answers at soonest. The product, the software we are presenting today is really a horsepower at AxelTech. It's the jewel of the radio suite. Why am I talking about a radio suite, introducing you to DJ Pro? Because DJ Pro is a sort of base, is a sort of reference for a larger system, for a larger set of products that integrate the features of DJ Pro. So you have DJ Pro being the on-air system. And then, well, let us have a quick look at how DJ Pro presents itself. Let us check, for example, this is the on-air of DJ Pro. So you see we are talking about on-air. We're talking about an on-air digital system. The good thing about AxelTech and DJ Pro is that we have, as I said, a possible integration of two other softwares. So if you want a better traffic scheduling, then you can use and you can have Ramcom, which is, here we are, the traffic and advertising system. So you can, of course, have this software to have a better schedule of your spots on the air. You can have Ramcom to have, for example, a good administration, a good traffic control, a good flux of all the workflow, I would say, of the business of your radio station, starting from the insertion of the contract to the schedule and to the programming of the spots of the clients. Of course, we won't focus on this software. We have a special webinar that you can follow if you're interested into this specific software, this specific function. But to me, it's important that you know that DJ Pro has some a sister or two sisters or two brothers, if you prefer, that help the DJ Pro to become a very strong and a very relevant suite for your needs. And this is a reason why, probably the main reason why, let me have a quick look with you also on the other brother or sister, if you want, that is DigiWare. DigiWare is the music scheduling software. So again, on one side of DJ Pro, you have a better schedule of for traffic, for advertising. On the other end, you have a better schedule for music and all the other audio elements that you want on the air. But of course, let us talk today about DJ Pro only. We are here to talk to DJ Pro about DJ Pro, and this is what we will do. So you know this is a suite. This is, in any case, a reason why DJ Pro is appreciated by, I would say, managers around the world. They know they can give to their programming department a strong tool to be effectively on the air, but they know that also the marketing and sales department and the music director can be very happy with more qualified functions and software to do their business and the business for the audience, of course. Why is DJ Pro so appreciated by managers, as I told you, managers? There are some features that are very much in the concern of management or even owners of radio station. Let me tell you that one of the feature that the system has that is very important is the fact that it can handle splits at really, I would say, an international excellence. We are very, very strong on splits. Now you are seeing, again, DJ Pro here from the Axel Technology webpage. This is how a single song, a single event is presented. Again, the split operation is a feature that is very relevant, and managers like this because they can divide the area of their transmission into sub areas and have from DJ Pro a perfect management of the specific requirements of the split. So you can separate, of course, the advertising on the different areas you have, but you can also broadcast content over the different areas. We have a very interesting news news component into DJ Pro. Sorry, I'm looking for the DJ for the news part, and this is very, very interesting because you can have some news contents, news services being selected for different areas. For example, you can easily not only split advertising, but split different newscasts in the area you have decided. And this is something that managers like a lot. They can count on DJ Pro to build business in different areas, but also to serve audience in different areas. Very important feature. And please, after this webinar, if you're interested into this, ask special presentations in order to see how splits work for DJ Pro and for you particularly. There is another message I would like to give you. You see English, and we have at least 10 more languages. So being DJ Pro an international, a worldwide, I would say, software, we have many languages. So please ask for requirements you might have, and we will definitely be very happy to interact with you on the language issue, which is a strong part of DJ Pro. One other aspect I would like to underline to talk to you about is the fact that we are a perfect solution, and this is another thing that managers like, both for small or big stations. You can use just one computer, or you can have multi stations being controlled by DJ Pro. So we have really a resilient approach, a flexible approach, and you can design your DJ Pro use, your on-air use, your automation on-air use in a very flexible way. And this is another strong point. One thing I would like to tell to managers, or in any case to persons interested to the product, and that you can find within the software, you can find a lot of features for administrations of the users. Very strong. So you can decide who does what in a very specific form. this is another technical, I would say, aspect that is fundamental while working in sometimes complicated environments like stations, radio stations are. One good feature that I would like to add that is very flexible and that makes DJ Pro a perfect choice in these times. We have, unfortunately, and I hope you are all well, we have an emergency around the world regarding COVID-19. But let me tell you that apart this, we have a lot of demand for on-air live remotes for programs, for live programming of radio stations. This is a huge demand. In many countries, we have realized that even the sponsorship of live remotes is a two-digit percentage in the revenues of a radio station. And to follow and to stimulate this interesting trend, let me tell you that we have this model that you see on the screen that is live remote. So DJ Pro is perfect also for live remote. What does it mean? It means that you can easily, very easily, work from outside without bringing a workstation with you, very simply. There are commands that can, of course, be very well linked to the station, to the main station, DJ Pro, and thus avoiding to install hardware or to bring hardware outside in a very heavy way, the way we used some days ago when organizing a live remote was really a very, very complicated task. Now it's all quite simple, and you can see this is a very simple interface in order to do that. What I can add is that the thing that DJ Pro has, that is another specialty I would like to mention to you, is a very strong capability of building reports. You will see reports of many kinds, of many types within the system, and these are very, 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 very effective. Let me also add some notes in this first part of the webinar. Afterwards, we will have, of course, your questions and something about more the engineering part or the technical part of DJ Pro. Well, what I would like to add you is that DJ Pro and Axel Technology have, would say, worldwide reputation for stability. The systems are very steady. I would say DJ Pro is solid as a rock. If I could spend a sort of slogan, a payoff introducing DJ Pro. And this is achieved thanking also to redundancy management. And we have an instant audio change that can virtually help DJ Pro to be continuously on the air in any case. So our technical department, Axel Technology, as some of you probably know, has a strong support team, help you design your system if you need to do so. And believe me, you will have the highest stability. So one big reputation that you can't see, but you can experience talking to other clients of DJ Pro in the world is its stability. And this is a key point that I would like also to tell you, even if you can't look at this specifically. I already told you about live remotes. This is something very much enjoyed also by program directors, that they can have a great flexibility, as I told you, in being part of external events, in being able to bring new content and events from the outside part. And one thing that we often forget to tell you, and this webinar should help also to underline this thing, is that we are very flexible with hardware. So you don't specifically need to buy a specific hardware. There is a big flexibility. What we asked you is simply to share the information and to build together the project, the technical project of your installation. This is key, but we are very flexible, so we recommend hardware. You can buy hardware. We, of course, recommend solutions on how to do that, but please feel free also to make questions in the future, now or in the future, on how this can work for you and for your interest. Axel Technology, this is another good thing, is also a hardware producer. It's not only a software company. And this is, frankly, an excellent reference because you see in the company how software and hardware work together. So in the software, for example, in DJ Pro, we have a very, very attractive radio data system interface. So one thing that Axel Technology does in an excellent way is have data run from software to hardware to on air. The RDS interface is within the software and is a very interesting feature. We have developed, of course, also helping the stability reputation of DJ Pro, of course, the Microsoft SQL support. So you can discuss the database, the data structure you want with us, and we are, of course, very happy to do that with you. One other thing that is still technical, I hope those less interested into technical will have a minimum patience on this. We have a strong XML import and export with charts. So DJ Pro can talk to anyone, can interface to any system. It's a precious base that interacts, that talks, that works with everything around. So this is another good point that justifies also the success. I was talking technically. Let me add something again on the technical side that maybe some engineer or some programmer would appreciate. We work any file. Let us talk about music. You can work any file. We have just, and I should not underline this, but to be completely transparent, we require from you that only on advertising you select the same format. This is because as DJ Pro interacts with DigiWare with the schedule software that is Ramcom, if we do stretching, because we do also stretching of the spot, we need to have the same format in order to be able to process the stretching in a concrete and real controlled way. If you change formats of the advertising of the spots, we won't be precise, of course, due to the samples and due to the other technical issues that are concerned of stretching and compressing files. But you have to select the same format just if you want to be able to use the capability of stretching of DJ Pro. Otherwise, you're completely free to use any audio format and to put it into DJ Pro and have it run and sounding. Also for the sound cards, this is another frequent question that people ask to us. There is a great freedom. So we have, of course, experience. Axel Technology is active since 1996. So a lot of experience. I think there are 1,500 DJ Pros around the world, which is, believe me, a great number in so many countries, probably more than 90 countries, if I remember, around the world. So the experience is vast, but on the sound cards you can be flexible, really very, very flexible. So let us look at the screen you are seeing. We are now talking a little bit more to people using systems, on-air systems. This is the typical form, let us say, the typical screen of the data insertion into DJ Pro. This is the information that you can add to the, of course, to the song. Why? And programmers know it very well. Because if you add information to a file that can be added, which can be a song in this case, we are in the song manager, in fact, you can then use this data for schedule purposes or even for research purposes, I would say. In this case, I would like to show you that, of course, you have the title and artist fields. Then you have composers and whatever, because, of course, you need to comply with the music authorities in your country, probably, and you are submitted to sending a report on that. So you can collect all the information here. But if you see a little bit on the lower part of the screen, you will see that we can attribute also to the specific song we inserted BPM, mood, start type, end type, energy information. So there is a scheduler into DJ Pro that can take a little advantage of this. Again, if you want more, you can have DigiWare for scheduling that interacts perfectly, that merges perfectly with DJ Pro, that can provide to you a much higher step in quality in programming in specific schedule. It's DigiWare, it's really competitive, believe me, with the best software of music scheduling on the international scene. It's really a great tool with a great algorithm and a lot of services. Sorry. What you can see here is a very common and very, very useful tool that is the possibility, the chance of exclusions. So exclusions mean, for example, very quickly disable months, disable days, or disable hours. That easy. So you just click on the month or the days or the hours you don't want that song to be played, and that is very easy. The data connected to the single song is quite rich. You can see here, for example, you have custom fields, and you can create whatever you want in terms of custom fields. So you can easily, for example, add the clip information. You can add and customize, of course, all the possible fields here. There are many, many fields for that. You see there are approximately 20 fields. One another thing that DJ Pro does very well, ladies and gentlemen, is voice tracking. We have a nice feature of voice tracking that is, of course, very much used. And of course, there is a sort of a live feel when doing voice tracks. You can have voice tracks being recorded outside or in the radio station, into the radio station, but voice tracks help radio station, frankly, to expand their on-air hours sometimes, and in some other times, it's mainly the basic kind of work. So if you like voice tracks, if you need voice tracks, in any case, the system helps you a lot with that, with excellent management. Let me now run the automatic of the on-air. We have another interesting feature of DJ Pro, which is the automatic announcements. This is good for maybe automated stations. You can have, for example, have your hour announced on the air, which is something, in any case, attractive, interesting. Or you can do that just at night or when your jocks are not on the air, when you're not live. We have then other features as well, but I think that we can see something interesting by focusing a little bit on the on-air module that you have now in front of you. The on-air module is very simple. We have it integrated, and we have also improved the GUI, the GUI, and the interface is very familiar. You see all the elements are showed in a quite, I would say, very simple but very clear and attractive way. I think that an on-air system must also be attractive. for users. They want a system to be also nice, to be, of course, stable, and we have all these features, but this is what they need. You have, of course, the chance to work in both automatically or manually. You have all the information, of course, about advertising, and also on the advertising module of DJ Pro that can be improved. I remind this to you by the Ramcom software. You have a lot of information and integration. One simple feature that is, of course, needed when specifically if you want to work with many programs or programs that are live and that need, of course, a specific addition of elements, of sounds, of bits, of jokes. You have, of course, the hotkeys, and you can have a data bank of many sound effects divided by program, for example. That is very easy, and they can change depending on the jock who is on the air, depending on the show that is on the air. So there is a good, I would say, help also for disc jockeys, and this is a reason why a lot of disc jockeys, announcers, hosts like DJ Pro. Let me show you this. For who is on the air, for people on the air, we have, and you can watch this on the AxelTech site as well, we have the presenter board, which is a nice feature. In some stations, you have difficulties to see maybe the screen, or you have on the screen not all the information that you require. Because, of course, the requirements of a screen by a presenter are normally much different from them, for example, of a board technician. So if you have, for example, a work between a board technician and a disc jockey, they work together. Well, who is on the air can have a presenter board for himself that, of course, takes all the information of the on-air system so that nothing is lost regarding what's going on the air. You see, in the presenter board, you still have, for example, the position, you have the intro, you have all the technical information of what's going on in the air, so you don't lose your path with the air. You don't lose your relation with the air, on air, but at the same time, you can add, as it is essentially an HTML interface that can be integrated and customized. You can have for the presenter an environment by which, by a click, immediately there is a Facebook, of course, there is a Facebook integration, and we have also YouTube integration and whatever. Let me check a second. Okay, the messages that are coming. By the way, thank you for integration. I have some difficulties in reading them all right now, but I'm certain that in a few minutes, then I will be able to answer to some questions. So let me focus again a little bit with the presenter board. We have this feature, which is very interesting, that reminds me that we have also another interesting product that can be integrated with DJ Pro that shows you how the system is flexible, how the system is integrated. If you go into our site and you go here, you see Social Hub. Social Hub is a very interesting interface, as you see, that allows you to bring essentially content from social networks directly into the on-air programming. You can ask about this interesting software that integrates into DJ Pro that can, of course, bring the content even on the presenter board that I was just showing you before. Okay? So this is the presenter board. Let's go back a little bit to the, I'm sorry, to the on air, which is should be here. Yes, I was just telling you about the hotkeys, and this is the reason why we then stepped into presenter board, because hotkeys are very interesting. Yes, for board technicians, but also for on-air people, of course. We have then reports. We have history log. There are really a lot of features. There is, of course, the board. There is the possibility also of recording directly the programs. This is very useful, particularly if you want then to record programs and to have them back on the air. This is one of the many features that you can see directly here on the on-air interface. One thing that you can do, thanking to the interfaces you have, is that you can pre-listen any song, any event coming next, so that you have all the possibility of being secure, of being sure that the next event is aligned in terms of levels with the previous one. This is an interesting aspect. And then we have also interesting things regarding, for example, the possibility of building good sequences. For example, I'm just showing you the crossfade feature that we have on DJ Pro. You see there is one event, there is the following one on the following track, two different tracks, and what you can do is essentially delay, or in any case design the curve of the decrease or increase of the levels controlled in the time. This is a very powerful feature that you can use even when you have an event coming next on the air. So this is something that is not only available when it is prepared before, of course, the on air or the day before, but you can also have you have it while on the air directly. I'm trying, frankly, to read also the messages. I confess to you, because I'm also, that is not so easy to read messages for me in this moment. But please, if you have questions, I have friends, of course, in Axel. Please send me messages in order to have a better reading. Let's get back again to the presentation of DJ Pro. And let's see some other features. We have audio perfection, as we told you. And well, in terms of marketing and sales, let me tell that also managers normally like this system, because it has different features that can, of course, help. You see, there is a manual programming. There is automatic programming of the spots here, and the social media interface is something that is that you saw with Social Media Hub, is something that you can easily use also for commercial reasons. Well, I think we are really next to the completion of a first tour of DJ Pro. Let's get back to the website, where you can find, of course, interesting information and descriptions about DJ Pro. I would like to see if there are specific questions, if they already arrived from you, and I'm asking for assistance on that as we are ready. Unfortunately, on my second computer, I see very, very small. Sorry. So I really, okay, is DJ Pro, I'm seeing IP ready, streaming, Dante, etc. Yes, this is a question that already Stefano answered. Thank you for that, by the way. Yes, so it's DJ Pro is also IP ready. What we can do for you is also if you need making you specific presentations, I am sure among who is kindly looking at the webinar, there are persons of different regions of the world, also of different positions. I'm sure there are distributors, but there are final clients, programmers, or station managers, and they want, of course, in specific presentations. We can, of course, make presentations live to you. So please feel free to ask free presentations if you require to do so. I'm not seeing other questions at the moment, but thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Any other questions? Let us see. Okay. Yes, we have a question from a gentleman, an engineer, I think Jackson Omenka. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce well. Is it possible to use DJ Pro for live recording? Yes, this is directly from the microphone. Yes, this is possible. We have the highest flexibility on that. I think I showed you just before also the recording module that can be easily used with that. Of course, this is also for possible rebroadcast use also. Any other question from the audience? And thank you for the assistance of my friends at the Axel Technology that helped me to receive these messages. What we can also add is that you can have certainly information from us regarding other stations using DJ Pro in the world. Of course, we built our reputation very, very strongly in Italy. You know, in Italy, starting 1975, there were starting from there 4,100 radio stations. This was a huge, I would say, gym room for Axel Technology, and this is something that is really good because we had probably the most chaotic, the most rich, but the most creative environment of radio probably around the world, and believe me, for Axel Technology, building its reputation and its development, thanking to the Italian movement, was good, but afterwards the company was really excellent in bringing this experience worldwide. You know that AxelTech, Axel Technology participates to any big event around the world. We hope they will start again after this period. But we always participated to the NAB, to the IBC, and to the World Convention. By the way, on our website, as soon as they will be back, there are also always information about how to see us at the biggest conventions around the world. Another product that is part that you can watch here on the website, another integration that you see, is the one of VJ Pro. We will have certainly a specific webinar for that, thanking to Marco Branzanti. But let me tell you that DJ Pro and VJ Pro like them very, very much, like them each other very much. There is a perfect integration, even if VJ Pro can live also as a partner of other on-air radio systems. So it's not necessary to have, it's not absolutely mandatory to have DJ Pro, but VJ Pro can work very, very well, of course, with its brother software, and it can work with anyone. VJ Pro is an interesting trend. I see this is quite a global trend, and the good thing about VJ Pro is that it follows radio. So this is a software developed by Axel Technology and developed thanking to the TV experience of Axel Technology, and it's really a fantastic tool. You see here, and you can watch this also on the website if you want, when you want. it is so simple. This is the control room of VJ Pro, and you see graphics, switcher layouts, recorder cameras. The graphics are very powerful. You can have an internal system for the graphics. You don't need to buy an external one. If you want to do, you can. So VJ Pro is a perfect partner. We promise two things with VJ Pro, and our clients say we respect this. With VJ Pro, we promise you have a system that is following radio. And the second promise is you don't need to increase costs or change organization in order to be visual. So radio becomes visual, and the feel remains the same. So the jock on the air, in front of the microphone, people around the radio station. Yes, you must upgrade your station with VJ Pro, with the technology, with cameras. But the promise the technology of Axel technology maintains is that you don't need to change attitude. So you still are the radio station that you were and that you will be, without becoming instantly a television or changing the ideas of radio. What we have seen in the world is a huge success in visual radio, and what we can add is that the numbers are impressive. I can mention the ones of Italy that I know the best, but in Italy we have 35 million of daily listeners, and you may not believe it, but 5 million of them watch visual radio. So they listen to radio via TV. And this is a concern that I hope you will consider if you have not until now, because after the car, where of course the radio is king, after the radio set that is still existing, even if with lower numbers, we have television sets that are our third medium, even before the smartphone, the PC, and the tablet. So visual is very important, and it helps also, and we should recommend this to our clients, to have a screen of the radio station with the visual impact also in large stores. So it's not only a way to serve audience into homes particularly, but it's an extraordinary, a wonderful tool to promote the radio elsewhere, in malls, in shops, in wherever you want, or wherever you are allowed to do. So visual radio is really a great tool, and we are of course happy to assist you also on presentations, and also to follow a webinar to know just a little bit more of that. So you see, DJ Pro is a sort of door to a vaster universe of software and chances for the radio station. There is another question, I thank you for that, is we are using DJ Pro Enterprise. Is it possible to use remote control and say? The answer is yes. And thanking for asking Enterprise, that is a development of DJ Pro Classic. And I invite you also, the clients, to ask for presentations, or more specifically for the differences. We have then, I have another question that I'm not sure, I'm sorry, I get correctly. We have Steen Sodergren that I would like to welcome and to say hello. Will the recording function stamp any message with the file, for instance, when there are commercials? I think that your question is about or reconciliation or certification. If I got it correctly about your question, the answer is yes. There is a very strong reputation for DJ Pro on controlling what's happening. So you have all the information of the exact timing when the spots have been scheduled. You have even the reason why you may have changes in the schedule, and that is very interesting. So you can have a full control of what radio people do on the air. of course, we know that management normally should be clear. The relationships and the works flow should be clear. But if something specific happens, you can watch into the reports and have the rational explanation of what happened. And this, believe me, and probably you know, in radio station is relevant because everybody is chatting, everybody is talking. I'm not doing this. I have not done this. But afterwards, somebody should check what's really happening. And if this was the answer, then the question, then this is the answer. Yes, we have a strong reputation on that. What I would like to add to you is that while receiving possible further questions from you, and thank you for that, is that, and I already mentioned it, we have a strong support, a nice support team in Italy, capable of several languages. English, of course, is best, and we organize also remote education of the software, I would say. So this is very, very important. And so if you add the acquisition of the purchase of a DG Pro system that can be enhanced with Ramcom and DigiWare, Social Hub, or even VJ Pro if you want. If you ask for training, I'm sure the learning curve that is not so long with DJ Pro can improve, and you can have 100% of the return. I have the return of Steen that I thank you. No, when you record the on-air signal for replay later, you will maybe to cut out the commercial and replace with others. I know there is this function. There is also a very strong podcast function here that works automatically and skips the commercials, for example. This is quite useful for those interested on podcast. Of course, there is a lot of debate on podcasts. I don't want to say if what the radio stations do is really podcast, but let me tell you, if you want to take a piece of your programming from the point A to the point B, you can tell DJ Pro to do so, and DJ Pro will provide you the file cleaned by any other commercial introduction. This is quite powerful. I think this was the question you asked, Steen, and sorry for taking too time, but it was good, I hope, in any case, to know about the reconciliation and the certification that DJ Pro offers. The question about Canal 77 is, does the DJ Pro Classic has maintenance, and what's the recommended time to do a maintenance? There are not specifically required maintenances on the system that I know. There are some suggestions. On this, I would like to tell you that from the experience I'm also as a radio specialist seeing at Axel, of course, the most important thing is the network you are using and that you are working on. Frankly, we have sometimes stations that start with a very clear, simple, and well-projected network in their company, and we define or we discover later then we have then more workstations and the office workstations being connected to the same network. Of course, when you have a good network, we have noticed that our system is solid as a rock. So my main concern is, of course, and the obvious recommendation is to check your network. We have an excellent a person in the company that can work with you, Roberto. He works in the support department, and he is very much related to your security, to the transit of the data in your radio station. And he is a network specialist like many others, in my opinion, I've seen until now. And I have 57 years, so I've seen many. So Roberto is available, and you can ask through the support to have any assistance on these issues that are, of course, crucial. because the environment of the installation of the system is half of its success. This is, of course, crucial. I don't see any other questions. Let me just tell you that you can also ask quotes about DJ Pro by talking to the sales department. We have the sales manager, who is Enrico Vaccari. You can find all the references on the website. You probably know Enrico if you are a distributor or if you are a client, but if you are not, please feel free to contact Enrico. And Enrico has a rich team of outstanding professionals that can help you to build a DJ Pro in installation from draft, or to build what is a replacement or a re-engineering of your system using DJ Pro. So one of the key persons is Stefano Grego, who is watching and helping me in this webinar. Thank you, Stefano, by the way. And the good thing is that Stefano is helping Enrico, and he is the responsible for the channel distribution. So if you are a distributor, if you want to become a distributor, Stefano is the right person. Then we have Ilaria and Simona that are sales managers as well in the company, that are related to different part of the world. They are responsible for some countries each, or one, of course, has its countries, but they are always available, and they are in direct connection with the technical department of the company and the support of the company. So you will notice that talking directly to the sales department, you will have a full assistance, even a technical assistance, because they are very client-oriented, and they are very much concerned about the needs that a radio station can have, or a group of radio stations can have, regarding the organization of the information for the software, for the good running of the software. So this is the sales department. Let me just tell you that, of course, we want to know about your feedback of this webinar, of our products. We have our president and founder, Giuseppe Vaccari, who is the leading person of the company. He's the owner of the company, that is very, very much interested. He is a very good traveler, in the sense that he still now, after so many years, he travels very, very much around the world. He visits countries. I'm sure he will start to do this again in the countries where the emergency gets lower or gets better. And this is another excellent tradition, let me tell you, of Axel Technology. We travel, we visit you, we come over to you. Of course, we need to know about you. We need to know how to help you, how to serve you. But both radio and TV stations around the world, thanking to Axel Technology, have really a strong return. One notice for those following us from Italy, we have Cristiano. This is another name that I was forgetting, thinking I was talking just internationally, and thank you for reminding me, Stefano, this. Cristiano is the reference for Italy for both radio and TV stations. So if you are listening to my English presentation, but you are in Italy and you are interested into deepening the knowledge, the pricing or whatever of our radio suite, please feel free to call Cristiano at Axel Technology, and I'm sure he will definitely answer to you. I don't see at the moment other questions. I think we have completed an overview of the webinar that was not intended to give you too many technical features, but to express to you what are the strong points of DJ Pro. We think this is a really powerful solution. You can build around DJ Pro exactly the needs of your radio stations. You can be very consistent with that. You can have the greatest liberty. You know, uh, what I hate about software is the fact that they oblige to you to work in a certain way. The good thing about Axel technology products that I like and I would like to see developed even more in the future is that these are software that don't force you in a way, and I am sure programming people understand this, but give you the liberty, the power to expand your ideas and to put them on value on the air. So this is crucial. And if you do so, if you want to do so, I recommend the two lateral software, DigiWare, particularly for music scheduling, and Runcom, particularly for traffic scheduling. And you will be happy. You will be a happy radio client with Axel technology. I don't see other questions. Just 5 minutes before the end. I thank you for the interest. I thank you for the attention. Again, my name is Claudio Storri. I'm the radio specialist. Feel free to write to me at Axel Technology or to ask about me at Axel Technology. And feel free to write to us and ask specific presentations for your needs in your country, and we will happy to listen. What I learned from radio is that good radio people are the ones who listen. So we try to put into practice this strong, I think, this strong message. And so we want really to listen to you and to serve you at best. Thank you for your interest and thank you for your attention. And all the best by Claudia Story. Thank you to all here at the Axel Technology YouTube channel. Bye-bye.